y'all feeling? I go by Sadé Emoni. This is always. If you keep on doing things right, before you know it, I'm gonna make you mine. The way you kiss my forehead, grab my chin, while staring in my eyes with your grin. Oh no, you're trying to get me hooked on you, for sure. The little things you do gon' get me open, baby. Slow your roll. Got me saying I think I love. Wait, what? I think I like him, but really, 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 really like him. I just wanna be around you. I get jealous when she gets your time too. That's how I know I'm really starting to feel you. Just a little, just a little. You're always on my. Do this right, I adore you. I should really take my time, get to know you. Running laps around my mind since I saw you. Holding back so I don't fall for you before I wanna. Listen, I just wanna know if you seal it a deal. Will you hold it down when it's real in the field? Don't tell no one it's love we got to conceal. Once you in it, baby boy, you got to appeal. I just wanna make sure you got what I want. Just me and you on the run. You'll be my soldier and I'll be a gun. But if you stop doing things right, before you know it, I'll be out of sight. As quick as I came, I'll be saying bye, bye, bye. Oh no, you know exactly what to do. Don't make me switch it up when you ain't got no time to play the fool. Boy, you got me saying I think I love. Wait, what? I think I like him, but really, 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 really like him. I just wanna be around you. I get jealous when she gets your time too. That's how I know I'm really starting to feel you. Just a little. You're always on my. Do this right, I adore you. I should really take this time, get to know you. You're always on. Running laps around my mind since I saw you. Holding back so I don't fall for you before I wanna. Ooh, hey, hey,
track Always by emerging songbird Sadé Emoni, who, speaking of which, is always transporting her listeners with her on a journey in and out of love. And I hope you love this epic episode of B-Side. I'm your host, Tadia. Let's get right into it. Sha-Day, welcome to B-Side.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
I am amazing. How are you? You look stunning.
Good. Thank you.
Good. I know it's always cliche to start these interviews off by talking about how'd you get started and all that stuff, but yes. I've seen some interviews, I've read some stuff, and you're from church, like most of us colored people in art.
Yes.
Praise the Lord. That's it. Talk a little bit about that transition. A lot of times we hear that people that start off in church and sort of make that segue into pop or, contemporary music. Talk a little bit about your journey in that transitioning. What did that look like for you?
Well, my transition was pretty smooth. My family was very supportive and very loving. But it was a great thing that I started in church, not only for my foundation, but it helped me develop my voice. It helped me train my ear, learn how to riff and run every now and then.
helped me learn how to sing harmony. So it was really good, and my family was supportive either way, as long as I was singing.
Yeah, and do you think that is because your family, as I see, is also involved in music? Do you think that because they're in the music world as well, that sort of helped? Talk a little bit about that.
I think just because I have a loving family, for one, but them being in the music world did help because they wanted to see somebody like go for it full force. So
yeah.
They're all behind me.
Yeah,
really.
so your latest project, your latest project that came out last year is titled 222.
222.
What's
yes.
that about?
So 222, first off, that was my first project.
Yes, congratulations.
And it was a really weird moment for me when I was figuring out what I should write about, what I should name it, what place I was in my life. But I kept praying and I kept asking God to send me messages and send me some sort of sign to steer me in the right direction. And I literally started seeing 222 everywhere.
Wow.
When I checked the clock, when I checked for an email that was sent, it was sent at 12:22 or 2:22, and little signs. And the crazy part was 222 is my birthday.
Ah.
And it was my 22nd birthday coming up. So I was like, nah.
Okay, it's only right. It's only
Yeah.
right. It's only right.
So that helped me, just see which way to steer the project, talk about myself, my feelings, my thoughts, me as a person. I talk a lot about women empowerment, love is a big one. So I'm proud of
and I'm happy to hear that, you included God in that process. Your music is not really gospel-ish, but talk a little bit about your relationship with God and how that, I know you said that God has sort of steered you in the way of getting the title. Talk about, your faith and how that was involved in your project.
Oh God, my relationship with God is dope. I'm really proud of my relationship with God because I feel like, being an independent artist can be so tough.
Yeah.
It can be expensive. It can be like, you don't know where to go. You see so many people doing stuff, doing shows, and you're like, oh my God, what about my show?
Right.
I want to be on this particular set, but I always have him to speak to and to remind me that I'm on my own journey.
Right.
And most of all, keep me grounded, my foundation. No matter how big I get, I'll always have him as a solid foundation. So.
Yeah,
yes.
And most times when you're speaking about God, there's a difference between your religion and spirituality, right? And so a lot of times people get clouded when someone says, oh, I'm from the church. They're like, oh, well, you don't look like you're from the church.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Have you heard those comments? Does that get in your way?
No.
Oh, good. Good.
And
tell me a little bit more about the project. How did that come together? What was that like? Who sort of helped you getting that off the ground? Producers that you worked with?
Well, I definitely all the people that I work with were from Jersey. Jersey in the building. I wrote all the songs myself. I definitely had a lot of help from my mom, my boyfriend, my friends that are in the music industry as well. Just with the writing process, or if I needed ideas, bouncing off one another. Producers that I work with one person was Dave Drake. He's out of Jersey, great keyboard player. Dre, dope bass player. So really just connected with different talented people in Jersey and just collabing.
Good. So I know you have the next record, Lay Up.
Yes.
Talk about that song. When did that sort of come together?
So Lay Up is such a happy song. It's about love, but we all know when we're in that phase, when we first meet somebody, and we're just like, oh my God, I want to be with him all the time. I love him so much.
Right.
Well, not love him, not yet.
Right.
Better yet. But you just want to spend so much time with this person. You're so consumed.
Yeah.
It's like that first year of the relationship where all you do is go out and eat and gain weight. And,
Right. Right. They don't tell us about that part.
Yeah,
right?
but it definitely happened. I definitely gained weight my first year. And you just get into know that person. You're super infatuated with them. So that's what
Great. We'll
about.
talk about your relationship in a little bit, but in the meantime, let's hear Lay Up.
Thank you. This is the first song on my project. I just wanna feel on you. I've been craving your body. Got so many things to do, but I ain't thinking about nada. While I'm laying on your chest, feel your body inhale, exhale. I just wanna feel on you. I ain't going
my main one. Always on my grind, but my baby got me caught up. 12 hours past with my baby, I can't get enough. I just wanna, I just wanna, I just wanna let up. I just wanna, I just wanna, I just wanna let up with you, with you, with you. I just wanna lay with you, with you. I do. I just wanna feel on you. I know you craving my body. Text messages from the crew. We ain't thinking about replying. While I'm laying on your chest, feel your body inhale, exhale. I just wanna feel on you. You ain't going nowhere, nowhere. I could have a million things to do and only you. Making sure I'm right next to you is my main one. Always on my grind, but my baby got me caught up. 12 hours past with my baby, I can't get enough. I just wanna, I see y'all. I just wanna lay up. I just wanna, I just wanna, I just wanna lay up with you, with you, with you. I just wanna lay with you, with you. I do. Got you hooked like a fool, no doubt about it. No halfway love, we're going full out. Gave you my love, got you hooked on phonics, hooked on phonics, hooked on phonics, baby. Yeah, I just wanna lay up. I just wanna lay up with you, with you. I just wanna lay with you, with you. I do.
Yes, lay up. I'm here for it.
Thank
I just
you.
keep getting goosebumps over and over.
Thank
You
you,
sound
girl.
amazing.
I appreciate it.
Talking about personal stuff in music, I'm sure is like, hot and cold.
Yes.
I know this is a family affair. Please introduce us to your band. I know we have some family in the band.
Yes, we do. Hey. So this is Hans on the keys. Give it up for Hans.
Hey, hi.
We got Joe on the bass guitar. Joe. We got Brian on the drums. And we got AJ on the guitar. And my two lovely, this is my younger sister Kayla, amazing. And my younger cousin Brittany.
Nice.
Keep it in the family. We keep it in the family.
That's right. That's the way to do it.
Yes.
So Layup, as you just previously mentioned, is about, the googly
butterflies.
stage. Right. Talk a little bit about your relationship. I know he's in the building. So I don't know if you know, but in high school, Frank and I, we were in a group called the Black Jackets.
What? I ain't know about that. We'll find
surprise,
out about that later.
Right. Singing. And he was rapping, so shout out to Frank McFly. And he's the reason why I saw your work, so great. And I know you guys blogged or vlogged when you did your vacation, and you guys are super public with your relationship. Talk a little bit about, including your, being in the forefront with your personal life. What are your boundaries? When do you know it's too much or too little?
Well, I'm naturally very private, surprisingly. So the vlogs was just a fun way to express our love. Originally, the vlog started off by just being for us. He would edit these videos and just send them to me and be like, oh, look what I put together. And then my mom saw it, and she was like, yo, y'all can make a killing on YouTube. They making money on YouTube. So we put it on there. I don't think we showed too much. We showed just enough.
Yeah.
And just our happy moments, our fun moments, and we give advice on some of our channels.
Great.
And yeah.
Where'd you guys meet?
We met at a show.
Oh, okay. What's it like being a music couple? I mean, is he like, yo, get in the studio?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Or yo, you gotta write. Have you been writing?
Right.
It's really good. You motivate one another.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it's a competition, but you push each other. If you see one is striving, you're like, all right, I gotta get on my game. Like,
right.
He not about to pass me. So yeah, it's cool.
Amazing. I know you've done American Idol and you've advanced a few levels, and you were also on Kelly Rowland's show. Can you talk a little bit about those major stages? First American Idol. I mean, what was that like?
Oh my God, it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 15. And first of all, let me not make it sound so down. It was a really good moment, a really happy, fun stage in my life, but it was nerve-wracking because my whole neighborhood knew about it, my church, my principal, my whole school, so everybody was rooting for me. Yeah. And yeah, so I just felt like, oh my God, I can't let none of these people down. Like, I really got to go hard. And I made it to Hollywood.
Yes, that's amazing.
Y'all can clap.
Right.
I made it to Hollywood. There was a ton of rounds. There's actually like 7 rounds before you even meet the TV judges.
Wow.
A lot of it is just behind production.
Yeah.
And I remember my flight was in December and it was freezing in Jersey, but it was like 93 degrees in Cali and I caught a cold.
Oh.
So I only lasted like a few weeks in LA, but it was fun.
Yeah, I'm sure. And talk a little bit about Chasing Destiny with Kelly Rowland. I know you're a huge fan of Beyonce.
Oh God, too much of a fan. That was a really fun experience too. The producers contacted me on Instagram, and at first I was just like, no, I don't want to be in a group. So yeah, no. And then I shared it with my mother, and she was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is an opportunity, and you get to meet, you get to learn probably through the process. Yeah. And I was like, you're right. It may be good. And once I started auditioning and getting through those rounds, I started falling in love with it. Like, oh my God, I do want to do this. So that was fun. You know, I was on BET, so it was cool seeing myself on TV and stuff like that.
What was the biggest takeaway, I guess, life lesson that you took from those
From
platforms?
the shows?
Yeah.
Never be nervous, never question yourself. You're dope, just walk in your dopeness and don't fear anything. I think that's the main thing I got from those auditions, because before I always had a big voice. Yeah. But I was always like super hard on myself, like, oh my God, I don't want to mess up. And it brings a sense of peace. Like, either way, I know I'm good, I'm content, whether I advance to the next level or not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about your musical inspiration? Where do you draw inspiration from? I know me, sometimes I'm also an artist, so sometimes when people are like, oh, you sound like so-and-so, I'm like, no, I want to sound like me. Yeah. You know, are you constantly battling with finding your voice and finding your identity?
Not so much. I think it's mainly because I listen to so many different types of music. I came from gospel, but I also love Jasmine Sullivan. I love Jill Scott. I love Janae Aiko. I love, so many different people, Kim Burrell. So my voice is kind of like my own, all over the place, but my own sound. When I first was starting out, I got compared a lot.
Yeah,
to Janae Aiko, surprisingly, and Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, wow.
I was like, those two people are completely different.
That's good because it shows how diverse your voice is, right? Yeah, and you just always have to follow your intuition.
Yes.
Which is the name of your next song. Let's do it.
Yes. We all, women, we all have our intuition, correct? This song is about just feeling that thing in your stomach you can't explain, but it's there. You don't know what it is yet, but you feel it. Something. Hey, yeah. Ooh, I know it's something. Like when I call your phone, you can't pick up and gotta call me back in just a second. Better act right before you regret it. Ooh, I know it's something. I could feel it in my stomach. My intuition is killing me. You steady missing. It's causing friction. Why you moving different? Phone up,
upside down. When I'm around, vibrate, no sound. Ooh, I know it's something. I could feel it in my stomach. It's my intuition. Congratulations. Congratulations. Round of applause. You played yourself. Congratulations. Congratulations. Round of applause. Yeah. You played yourself. Wanna lay my spell on you each and every day. Seen you fell for me since you played on the edge. You can't spend all of this time with me. You tryna lose your heart quick, fast, in a hurry, babe. You got me losing all my cool. I'm losing it to you. I'm warming up. You got me doing things that I don't do. I'm doing them for you. Ooh, hey. Set my soul on fire. Ooh, got your heart on line, baby. Ooh, yeah.
That one was good vibes.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Yes, snap. That deserves snaps.
Thank you.
So I want to know, what aspects of your music do you find that your listeners most relate to?
What aspect of, I think all my music is pretty much about love, and I think everyone relates to love. So definitely love.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And who, in terms of people that have come before you, dead or alive, do you feel like you want to emulate?
Oh, that's, Well, I'll say this. I have there's different things I love about a few artists. Beyonce, I love her stage presence. I love how she carries herself, her humility off of stage.
Yeah.
Jill Scott, I love her pizzazz and her charm and her lyrics. And Jasmine Sullivan, I love her vocal control. So there's different parts that I take from all my favorite artists that I want
Mesh
to
together.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
So social media right now is a huge aspect of a lot of artists in this generation.
Yes.
Being that we immediately have access to the public, we don't need to go through like so many different
label.
people, voila. So can you talk a little bit about, I know I follow you on Instagram religiously, and I love your covers. Talk a
you.
little bit about that. When did you start taking the covers serious? And have the covers really have had a great impact on your music sales?
Yes. So I started with covers before I realized that I can write. I was singing covers and remaking them and switching. I would say making a girl version, like if I would do like a male song or whatever. And that actually helped me grow most of my fan base, because they were so into the covers and they were like, oh, well, I want to hear her own music.
Right.
And at 15, 16 is when I realized that, hey, I can write my own songs and I'm pretty good at this. So covers have, even now I love doing covers, just like if it's a new hot song, putting my own spin on it.
Yeah, that's dope. And one of the things that I read in your bio was that you don't like to be placed, be titled as one
a
genre.
box, yeah.
Voila. So, sorry, I keep saying voila. I don't know. I think
It's
I'm
okay.
in France. So that's one of the things that me as a sprouting artist, I'm also getting into. I don't want to be labeled as neo soul artist.
Oh my God.
So now
yes.
you can't even perform at the club because they're like, she gonna come and bring some cloudy music.
Yeah,
You know what
play
I mean?
my
It's
song
like-
at the strip club too.
Right, exactly. Run my records at Live, please.
Yeah, please.
Can you talk a little bit about, fighting that battle, not being placed in the box? Like, what are you doing as an artist to make sure that that doesn't happen?
I'm definitely working on writing more diverse, because I always naturally write towards love. I'm like trying to write different categories, whether it's like, oh, I'm feeling myself song, or you know, what we doing, we about to have fun tonight. Like, that's what I've been really focusing on with my pen, like just getting in different categories, switching up different beats, different tempos, faster songs, slower songs.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's next from you? Like, are you working on any music videos or something that we should look out for? You know how the music industry is. Once you have something out there, like, all right, what's next?
Yeah, one more.
Right.
Like, enjoy the project, yeah. I'm working on new music right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice,
I'm really focusing on writing, collecting a lot of production, and just trying different sounds out and seeing what direction I want to go in next.
Okay, cool. So what do you have next for us?
Next, I have Deep
Down.
Down.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's hear it.
This was my first single, guys. I released this in 2015. The first song I ever dropped of my own. And higher. Oh no, no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no. No, no. Oh no, no. This ain't the usual. When I get this feeling deep, deep down, want you more than you know, and I'm willing, make it worth your while. I know I could be a tease, Let me put your mind at ease, This ain't the usual. When I get this feeling deep, deep, the love between us two is at its strongest. Watch me look at you. Tension is growing. Feel the fire in this room. Temperature rising higher and higher. When I get this feeling deep, deep down, I can't control it, no. I want you right now. This ain't the usual. Y'all can pop. When I get this feeling deep, deep down, want you more than you know, and I'm willing, make it worth your while. I know I could be a tease, Let me put your mind at ease, This ain't the usual. When I get this feeling deep, deep. We're breaking all these rules, do what we want to. You staring at me too. This feeling's mutual. Love story coming true for me and you. I love you. When I get this feeling deep, deep down, I can't control it, no. I want you right now. What? This ain't the usual. Woo! When I get this feeling deep, deep down, want you more than you know, and I'm willing, make it worth your while. I know I could be a tease, Let me put your mind at ease, This ain't the usual. No. My body's calling you. Boy, you better answer. Only one thing left for us to do. Hold you at a ransom, baby, let me romance ya, 'cause you're mine tonight. Boy, I'll do all those things you like. Oh, you deserve it, 'cause you treat me right. All I ever wanted, you changed my life. I know you mine. I got this feeling deep down. You more than you know, and I'll make it worth your while. I could be a tease, Let me put your mind at ease,
Sadé Emoni on B-side, the takeover. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So Sha-Day, are you a full-time artist? Is this what you're doing?
I am at the moment.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
That's amazing. I'm sure it required a leap to sort of do that full-time.
A leap of faith. It really did. And it gets scary at times.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have to do that. When you want something, you got to go full force.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's other sources of income to fund the dream.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm all
So
in right
straight
now.
out of high school or college, did you just do music full-time?
No. It wasn't up until a few months ago that I decided to go full force and quit my job and focus on music.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I'm sure that you have the support of your parents or your family.
Yes.
Talk about your relationship with your mom. You know, your music is very rooted in love. And of course, I'm sure most of it is between the love between a man and a woman. But in order for you to love someone else, I'm sure you received a lot of love. So talk about your relationship with your
Fortunately, my parents are my world. Give it up for the high school sweethearts. Thanks to them, I'm a hopeless romantic. My mom has always been my best friend. My dad has always been my best friend as well. He put me up on game with guys from young, to not take no crap, to never get played, to never settle, to never be disrespected. So I come from a really loving family. I'm close to my grandparents, my great-grandparents.
That's great. So how involved are you in the musical production part of your projects? Like, do you play any instruments? Or you be like, oh, that key ain't right?
I don't play instruments, but I do tell them when the key isn't right.
That's right. That's right.
My hands on everything, and I know sometimes I can get annoying, but you know it's necessary when it's something that's yours and you want to be proud of it. So I'm in vocal production. I'm adding melodies to the production, the regular tracks. I do all my background vocals.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm very hands-on with all of that.
So someone that's now tuning into B-Side and maybe didn't hear the prelude, can you talk a little bit about who is Sha-Day? Like, what do you want the world to know about you? What's your story? I know we can experience your life through your music, but what would you say is a narrative that you want the world to know about you?
Sadé Emoni is an artist, for starters. I'm all about love, and I'm all about vibes and energies and having like good energy. So I take pride in always trying to exude good energy. I write whatever's on my mind down on paper. I'm a family person. I'm an older sister, an older cousin, the oldest granddaughter.
Oh, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, from everywhere. And yeah, I want to represent love.
Yeah. What's your favorite record on your project?
Oh man,
it's
like saying who's your favorite
baby.
Parent. Yeah. My favorite record is definitely Game Changer. For those who know it, it was really different for me to write that song. I was like, you know what? I just want to do something different. I just want to completely yell on the track and make it sound nice, and it came out really good. So yeah, that would be my favorite one.
And how do you sort of use moments of darkness or moments when you're going through something? How do you merge that with your music?
Oh, wow. Well, up until last year, the only time I could write was when I was sad. Yeah, like whenever I was hurt and it was late at night, that's when it would be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to put it on paper. I got something for them.
Right.
But yeah, more so it's just a way, music is a way of expression.
Yeah.
So whether I'm happy or down, it's a way to get it all out, like a diary, but just in music form.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where's your family from?
We from Jersey. All of us,
Jersey.
Born and raised.
Okay, cool,
Yes,
cool,
ma'am.
cool, great. Girly or tomboy?
Both.
Yeah. Describe.
I'm definitely girly inside, but a lot of days I just want to wear sweats.
Yeah, I see you're heavy in the gym.
Yes.
You work
more
out with your dad,
recently.
right? Is it with your dad that I
It
see
is
those
with my
videos?
dad.
That's so funny. Talk
We be
about your
going at it
fitness
at the
journey.
gym.
How's that been going for you?
It's going good. Yeah, I went completely pescatarian for a whole year.
Nice.
So I didn't
That's
do
a lot
any
of work.
meat. I didn't do any dairy.
Yeah.
It was definitely a transition, but it was worth it.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
So your next record is Love Match.
Yes.
Is it about Frank?
It can be.
Oh, spicy! Spicy!
Yes, love match, everyone.
Very cool.
This is my most recent released music. Bickering, I'm done with it. You mad at me, I'm mad at you. We don't even know what did it. What even started this crazy feud. I'm crazy, I'll admit it. You crazy too. That's what love will do to you. You know I don't wanna end it all. Don't fall for my wall. I'm done fighting your love away. Don't go, don't go. We ain't throwing in no towels tonight. No, tonight. We ain't throwing in no towels tonight. Tonight. We won't give up that easy. Oh, what a feeling. Arguing, but ain't no substance in it. Loyalty, we know it's up. Loyal, I can dig it. This petty stuff ain't it. This petty stuff, I ain't with it. You know the deal, we know it's real. Cause you know I don't wanna end it all. Don't fall for my wall. I'm done fighting your love away. Don't go, don't go. We ain't throwing in no towels tonight. No, tonight. We ain't throwing in no towels tonight. Baby, I'll fight for you. Done pretending. I won't push your love away. Baby, I'll fight for you. I'm done pretending. I need your love every day. Y'all feeling that? Baby, I'll fight for you, fight for you. Yeah, yeah. Baby, I'll fight for you. Yeah. Baby, I'll fight for you. I'm done pretending. I need your love, love. Baby, I'll fight for you, babe. I won't push your love away, baby, away. No, need your love every day. No, I don't wanna end it all. Don't fall for my wall. I'm done fighting your love away. Don't go, don't go. We ain't throwing in no towel tonight, baby. We won't give up that easy tonight, baby. We won't give up that easy. We won't give up that easy. Tonight. Make some noise for AJ on the guitar. Clap it up for my band, y'all.
Yes. That's on that guitar. Yes. I love live music. It's nothing like it. For real. So you and I are a little bit alike in the sense that immediately, especially artists, when we're approached, people say, okay, so what's your story? Like I asked you previously, right? And usually artists would be like, yo, you know, I'm from the hood and I'm trying to get my family at the hood, or my mom's a crackhead, or something really extreme, right? So, you know, that went left, right? Sorry. But you get what I mean, that's a common thread. And so I think Drake is one of the people out there who's like, you know, I don't really got a story like, you know, like that.
Yeah, it was cool growing up.
Right. So how do you, as a person that, as it seems, is coming from a almost pristine childhood, it's like parents are married, you know, together, or, you know, you have both of them very present in your life, and like a loving family, a boyfriend, you know, you're young and like you're doing your thing. How is it sort of selling yourself without that narrative?
Because I think there's a lot of people out there like me. You know, I think we all have our own struggles, though it may not be poverty, or even though we've had our tough times too, even growing up good. But yeah, I think it's a lot of girls like me that did grow up in a pretty good area, went to a pretty good school, had a pretty solid family, but we still have a story. You know, we still have our own internal struggles that we deal with. So yeah, I'm just representing one of us.
That's
basically.
good. What would you say is your best show so far?
Today.
Good. We're honored to be a part of this history.
Well, I'm here with all y'all. I try to one-up myself every performance, so yeah.
Good. And maybe, I don't want to call the next thing your worst show, but maybe a show that you can learn from. Can you talk about that experience?
A show that I can learn from. Oh yeah, I had one show where nobody came. And no, it's not all. That happens. It's okay. We didn't sell the tickets that day. It's fine. But yeah, I still had to perform as if it was a lot of people, and I think sometimes we can get comfortable, like if it's just one person or just my parents, and be like, all right, I heard this. But I had to tell myself, you know, partially through the performance, that okay, I still have to perform as if it's a room full of people either way. Because somebody's listening, even if it's the person that's not in the room or they working at the bar, somebody's paying attention. Yeah,
you mentioned it briefly earlier. Do you ever get discouraged from like just the massive amount of competition that's out there, especially being on social media? Like sometimes you can watch videos and be like, yo, how come I'm not there? Or like trying to fight before your time sort of thing?
Not so much discouraged, but I do get a little like, dang. When am I gonna get that show, or when am I gonna get booked on that tour? But I think it's all motivation. You know, no matter how I look at it, I may have my moment for a split second, but it makes me want to get up on my job and do what I got to do.
Yeah, if you had the chance to, who would you want to open for?
Beyonce.
Damn, she's a Beehive Go Hive.
Yeah, I am.
Second choice?
God, I went to her concert and I started crying before she even came out.
Wow.
I was like, okay, this is a bit much. No one has that power. Only God.
But we know Beyonce. Anybody else?
That I haven't seen her yet, which is crazy, but Jill Scott. Yeah, I would love to work with her. I haven't seen her live, but just, I learned so much from her.
Dope. Probably some big shoes to fill, being that your name is Sha-Day. Do you listen to her music?
Surprisingly, no. I have two songs that I really like. You think I leave your side, baby? You know me better than that. Yeah, that's my song. But people were like, change your name. I was like, my parents gave me this name.
Right.
You know how many people I had to correct on the spelling for this name? I'm keeping this name. But
my
no,
mom
she's
told me
dope.
she was going to name me Sha-Day too, so I'm happy.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
Yeah,
how was she going to
crazy.
spell it? Did she tell you?
I don't know.
Well, I struggled with S-A-D-E. Everybody was like Sadie, Sade. But just recently, last year, I started watching her live, and she's really dope.
Right?
Yeah,
she's amazing. Can we expect any gospel music from you?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope.
See, my mom's so happy. I told her that I would include one gospel track on my projects moving forward.
And are you scared to be labeled as a gospel artist?
I don't want to be labeled as anything, because I feel like if people see you one way, then it's like you do one thing, they're like, oh God, she not representing us, you know. So like I said, no boxes, no labels. If I want to put a gospel song on my R&B project, gospel songs going on.
And if you were to put in the gospel song that you would put out, like what would that entail? Like what kind of story would you tell?
Just my relationship with God and what I've been able to get through with him being, you know, in my life, in my corner.
Yeah. So I know you're from Jersey. We kind of broke the rules a little to have you on B-side.
I know.
But I do connect on you with the Brooklyn soul. Talk about Brooklyn a little bit. What does Brooklyn mean to you?
Brooklyn has always been dope. I had a lot of shows out here. I always received love when I came to Brooklyn. I had my dance classes in Brooklyn.
Nice. Oh, so you dance.
My boyfriends in Brooklyn. So I'm like Brooklyn by affiliation.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Do you dance?
I do.
Oh, nice. What kind of dance?
What do you want to call it? I move my hips. And I do a little
twerking.
I do a little Toussaint
Twerk?
if I'm in the mood.
That's it. Good,
Depends on the song.
I ain't gonna ask you to twerk live.
No,
we got mom
not
and dad
today.
in the building.
Not my dad. Yeah.
I noticed that you wear red a lot. Is that something?
Really?
Yeah. Did you not plan that?
I didn't notice that. No, I don't.
Well, maybe because it makes you look good, girl.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
A lot of your records talk about woman empowerment or just kind of infiltrate that theme in your music.
Yeah.
Talk about collaborating with women. Can we expect any of that? I know a lot of times, especially in this cutthroat neck industry, women are kind of shysty and don't work well together. Can you talk a little about what it means to you to be a woman in this industry and working with women? Do you have any women producers that you work with?
Luckily, I've had good experience with my fellow queens in the business. A lot of my friends, I have a couple of friends that are artists in the music industry, so we've done shows together. I've went up on her set, or you know, they've helped me. I'll go to their writing session, we'll collab together. But I definitely want to make like a dope female anthem with a fellow female artist.
Sign me up.
I just haven't found. Oh yes, look at God.
That's it, like right.
We got Tadia in the building. Yes, that could happen.
Yes, amazing. So your job, what were you doing before music, like just to earn your buck?
I was all over the place. I was working at one point. I had 2 jobs while I was in school, and I was working at 2 different restaurants: TGI Fridays and a Spanish spot by my house. And then I tried the corporate thing.
Yeah.
I tried the corporate thing. I was traveling all the way to New York, and I was like, I can't do this 9 to 5 every day. Like, I would literally pull out my hair. It was just too consistent and something that I didn't want to be in. And then I went back to serving on the side. So yeah, that's what I did right before I started to go full force.
Yeah, girl, we all gotta grind. That's the way to do it.
Yes.
Earlier you spoke about energy, which I'm huge on. I think energy is so pivotal, especially when you're coming into spaces with other creatives and people like us. How do you feel about the law of attraction and manifesting things in your life?
Oh God, at one point I obsessed over it. Have anybody read The Secret, the book, The Secret? Yeah, when I discovered that, it was over. My mother was like, we get it. Speak it. I would be like, no, take the bad vibes back, speak good things.
Yeah.
I think that's so true. I think what we speak and what we think about always manifests. If it's a negative thought and we harvest on it, that's what we'll get a negative result.
Preach, girl. You're taking it to church. So your music has this kind of like dreamy, spiritual kind of vibes. Was that your goal? Was that your intention?
Yeah. And you're the first person that actually described it perfectly. Because they be like, what kind of music or vibe do you go for? Like, you know, like glowy or dreamy. They be like, nah, I don't get it. But you got it.
Good. So talk me through your writing process. Do you sit at home with a book? Do you write on your phone in a notepad? What does that look like?
I do use a notepad still. I use a pen and paper. And I like being by myself when I'm writing. I don't know if it's because my thoughts can flow freely without thinking about will it go with this person's particular thought on the song. But yes, I'm alone. I have a pen and pad. It's typically at nighttime, and I have the track playing.
Nice. How early did you start singing?
I started singing probably at like 6, 7. Church.
And do you remember specifically where? Or like a first show?
Church.
Yeah.
My dad, give it up for my dad. He's a singer.
He's big enough for parents. I love that.
Yeah, my dad's a singer, and he has a gospel quartet group, so I was always front row in his shows like, you need a handkerchief to wipe that sweat? So a lot of times they would pull me on the floor and be like, all right, sing, or sing the background, get on the top note, or sing lead, and that's my first experience with like being in front of an audience. Yeah,
and how involved is he now in your musical process? Is he like in the studio with you, like on a Joe Jackson level?
No, that's my mom. My mom wants to be there all the time. My dad is just like, play it to me when it's done. I'll let you know what I think when it's done. My mother be like, I think you should change this little thing. I'm like, Ma, the song is mixed already.
That's amazing. What's your opinion on auto-tunes? I mean, I know now, like, vocals are so underrated. I feel like in the music industry, like, live music even is just, like, underrated. Like, it doesn't get the amount of value that it should. Because now it's like anybody can be an artist. Does that, like, piss you off? Kind of like how calling a doctor a nurse sort of thing? Like,
well, for one, I'm not against auto-tune because I think you can have fun with your tracks and your mixes and make different cool sounds. But I think just a little bit, not too much where your voice is completely distorted for me personally. And I do agree with everyone being an artist these days. And at one point I was like, come on, that's not real singing.
Right.
But then I started saying, if they put in the work to get where they're at, you really can't be mad at that, whether they sing super good or not. If they got the force behind it, then you gotta congratulate them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sensational young songstress Sadé Emoni set B-side off, blessing us with her magnificent melodies. And I look forward to hearing so much more from her soulful sound. And if you want to be blessed with more soul-filled B-side, that is, you can also check out our past episode of B-side on youtube.com/BRIC TV and our podcast at soundcloud.com/B-side podcast. Or just come on by to the studio to feel the sonic love up close and personal. I'm your host, Tadia. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
This is game changer, y'all. Can we have some fun? Y'all want to turn up with me real quick for the last song? Y'all can stand up or, clap really loud, wave your hand, move your shoulders. They call me crazy, like I ain't a lady. Woo! Hey, 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 hey. You mean to me, boy, this love is real. This here ain't no make believe. Oh, we both committed. This what comes with it. Love ain't no easy thing. And anybody trying to come in between, they gon' have to deal with me. No. Move your shoulders, give me a little shoulder rock. They call me crazy, like I ain't a lady. Woo! Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Listen, yeah, we'll scream and fight. I may even cause a scene. But ooh, this love is strong. It's stronger than you and me. Oh, we both committed. This what comes with it. Love ain't no easy thing. And anybody trying to come in between, they gon' have to deal with me. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. You trifling, you selfish, you petty, you drive me crazy. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. But I like it, and I love you, and I want you, so call me crazy. They call me crazy, like I ain't a lady. Woo! Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. They call me crazy, crazy.
Hey B-Side fam, we just learned that B-Side alum and general badass Johnny Polygon is at risk of sudden cardiac death and needs to buy medication in addition to something called a life vest that will shock his heart should it stop beating. Please donate to his Cash App, that's JPolyG, or Venmo, Johnny Armor 1. Thanks much. We need Johnny around this realm to keep making amazing music. Thank you guys.